We're going to see the opportunity metrics in the market. We're also going to see safety precautionary steps. While Mr. Bobby was giving us an intro, he mentioned how you can be safe and how you have to be careful to make sure you're selling good products and all of that. It is part of that roadmap. You need to ensure that you're not just selling anything in the market. You need to ensure that there are indices that advises why you should sell a particular product. And you also need to know what to sell at what given time. We will also be talking about adapting to new prospecting game. We'll be talking about securing the bag using top trends in the space. I don't want to bore you with too many literature, but today's conversation is about how you're going to move forward. The numbers you should care about that should constantly remind you of the reason why you do what you do or why you're in the business of real estate marketing. Now take a look at the numbers on my screen, or on your screen rather. Look at the numbers. Can you see my screen? Hello, can you hear me? Are we still
Yes, sir,
online?
we can hear you. Yeah, I can see your screen
Okay.
also. Yeah, I can see your screen, yeah.
Okay, good. So look at my screen. It says Nigeria sits in the middle of a whooping 22 million housing deficit. You know, when we call these numbers, a lot of people don't understand what it is. A lot of people don't know what this number does or how it affects our life until you're going out there to check out for a rental apartment. Guys, there are no houses to meet up with the housing demand. The other day on the internet, I saw a video where a lot of people were standing in a particular flat, you know, in their tents, trying to outbid each other to rent a space. There is a shortage of rental apartments and rental units for the middle class, for the lower class, for almost everybody. Because the middle class and the lower class makes up of the highest number of population in that stat. So Nigeria sits in a whooping 22 million housing deficit, and Lagos takes a very big chunk of that number. So what that means is that the business of real estate marketing, real estate consultancy, real estate brokerage is not going anywhere. It has been there from the days of Abraham, and it will continue. Now look at the next number there. We have a population size that is hitting over 223.8 million at a 2.44% annual growth. What that means also is that on top of the 22 million housing deficits, if we're not doing something about it, the demand for housing will keep increasing by our growth. Now, look at the other number, the third number. It says Nigeria is number 5 in the League of Nations with the best property value in Africa. This is for people who want to give up. This is for people who think the real estate sector is not interesting. It's not profitable. Nigeria sits in the league of the first 5 best property value in Africa. And I'm sure if you put Nigeria in the world, we'll also be sitting in a number not too far from other places that you know about. So what that tells you is that the real estate market here is growing despite all of the odds, despite all of the situation. Now, the next number on my screen says that the Nigerian real estate is estimated to reach a value worth of $2.26 trillion. I need you to write this down, $2.26 trillion. And the reason why you have to take note of this is that there is a chunk of it that should come to you. So if you have a writing material in front of your screen or in front of you, I want you to write how much of this money is yours in the market. How much of this money do you want to make in the market? I have written mine. I know mine. Huh? At least if I'm able to do like $10 billion out of 2.26 trillion, I'm okay. So what about you? What number are you looking at for? Yes. And we always advise people, when you go into a sector, when you want to start up a business, whether consulting, development, you need to look at the top people in that industry. What are their worth? How profitable has the business been for them? What are they taking home? If you're able to estimate that, then you tell yourself, okay, if these guys can do it, then I can do it. So if we're worth over or will worth $2.26 trillion, I want you to figure out what amount of that number belongs to you. It also says here that the residential real estate market is worth over 85.4% of that valuation. We have more residential real estate investment and more to come. So residential real estate takes a chunk of that. For those of you who are selling houses, renting houses, you can see that the market is still there because you're sitting on a gold mine. Now let's also look at other numbers. Now, Lagos as a state sits at a population size of over 20 million Nigerians as of 2025, over 20 million Nigerians. Some stats or some sources has placed Lagos to be at 10 million, but we know it is somewhere over 20 million, between 20 and 30 million. And 2 million estimated housing deficit. As of last year, when I checked, I did my research, it was about 3 million, 3.2 or so. So when we say 2 million plus, it depends on the sampling method. It shows that in between 2 and 3, but that is just the estimated housing deficit. What that also means is that we need 2 million to 3 million houses to meet up with that gap. And then there is a 10 to 12% projected annual price increase in Lagos urban centers. I'm sure we're all living and seeing it. The rental value of properties increases almost all the year. And I must say that 2025 has been one of the worst of that, because almost all the units or almost all the landlords, I wouldn't want to put up a blanket statement, but a large number of house owners are increasing the rent of their property. Those who have said they were never going to are being forced to jack up their rental value. So annual price for renting is increasing. That is the good news for investors. Then you have 80% of Lagos residents living in rented accommodation. What does that tell you? That more people will want to buy their own homes when they can afford it. 80% of people in Lagos rent their own houses. And of course, if people who rent houses get to that point where there's a realization that they need a wider space, they need their privacy, they need a space to themselves, whether for investment or for family use, they will want to buy houses. Now, there's a 6 to 10% potential annual rental yields in prime Lagos areas. There is also a 40% plus investor-owned residential properties in Lagos. Investors are pumping money into the real estate sector. That is an opportunity for you as a realtor to identify investors, whether home or abroad, who will want to invest in property in Nigeria. And I'm sure for those of you who have been selling, you've been seeing investors coming in from the UK, from Canada. You've seen Nigerians in the diaspora in all parts of the world trying to buy apartments, trying to buy homes that they can rent out. Not just one, not two. We have multiple home buyers. And why are they buying these homes? They're buying for investment. Let's look at other numbers. 40% portion of deals from referrals goes to top realtors. I want this number to sink in. I want these numbers to sink in. 40% of the deals going on in this industry goes to the top realtors. Of course, if you're familiar with the Pareto principle, it says that 20% of marketers or people who perform will always be the top performers, about 20%. So you're either within the 20% performers or you're within the 80% underperformers. If we have 20% of realtors performing in the industry, these guys are sitting on 40% of the sales. So the question for you this morning is, what part of that divide am I? Am I within the top 20% or the other 80%? And of course, the answer is you want to be part of the 40% making all of the sales. So I want that number to sink in. We have 15 to 30% projected return on investment in key Lagos investment areas like Lekki, Shango, Tidu, and Yaba. We also have properties within the ocean view, within the reach, the view of the ocean, selling higher. Now, what this number does to you is to say that if you try to market the property by the seaside, you will be earning more because it usually have up to 25% more value than the properties in the hinterland and the properties in the mainland or on the island itself. Now we have over 50% of Lagos real estate agents who use social media to attract buyers. Now, this is a good number because real estate marketing those days used to be, by word of mouth. It used to be the traditional means of word of mouth, talking to people and informing people. But now we have realtors, we have agents who have transitioned using the internet, using the social media platforms for their sales. Yes. So if we have these numbers coming up, you should be part of the 50% of those who are using social media to attract buyers. And I know that that number is going to increase as we proceed, as time goes on. Now, Lagos makes over 30% of Nigeria's residential real estate transactions. Lagos makes up to over 30. Yeah, are we still online?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're still,
Okay,
still
good.
online, sir.
Thank you. Lagos makes up to 30% of the Nigeria's residential real estate transaction. If you're a realtor in Lagos, you have double advantage. You're sitting in the center of economic activities. You're sitting in the center of real estate transaction in Nigeria, and I must say, of West Africa, if you want to count other countries in West Africa. Lagos is doing very well in terms of real estate. That is what these numbers are saying. At least 35% of real estate investors in Lagos favor off-plan purchases. Yeah, for those of you who want to market off-plan, you still have investors looking at off-plan deals. Yeah, so when we proceed down the class, you're still going to find out more about off-plan, the demand for off-plan, how it is trying to decline, and how it is also trying to grow. So we're still struggling between that point, but you must know that off-plan is a thing, and off-plan still works. Off-plan still works for investors. You also need to know that foreign investors will target Lagos emerging neighborhoods for higher returns. Yes, we have foreign investors, we have expatriates, we have Nigerians in the diaspora who are pumping money in high-end Lagos properties. You also want to look out for opportunities to sell properties in those areas. I still have more stats. I'm probably going to share the link with your facilitator, Mr. Bobby, and then he's going to send that to you where you can look up all the stats in, as regards to real estate in Africa. Now, before we proceed, if you're online and here, before we proceed, I want us to do something quickly. If you have your phone, I would like you to go to your browser and get on with ChatGPT or any of the AI platform. If you're with your phone, I would like us to just go online. I'm going to share my own screen here. So go to your browser. If you're there, just say I'm there. Go to ChatGPT. You can Google it, chatgpt.com. If you're there, just leave a yes. Very good. I'm sure some of us are familiar with ChatGPT. There are lots of others. We have Gemini.
Sir, we lost your voice, sir. Can't hear you again, sir.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay.
If you're there, just leave a yes. Yes, yes. I want to see a lot of yes. If you're on ChatGPT, yes, 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 yes. ChatGPT.com. Okay. Now we're talking about the AI age, where realtors have to leverage on artificial intelligence to do a couple of things. We are in that age now. And I want us to do a couple of things on ChatGPT. ChatGPT is one of the AI platforms or models that we have. Yes, and we call them, it forms or it is under the category of AI we call generative AI. What that means is that ChatGPT has the ability to generate information that you need for certain areas. Now, as a realtor who wants to meet up in a world where competition is sophisticated, I know some of you are caught up in that line where you say, oh, I don't know how to curate content for myself. I don't know how to formulate my own content. I don't even know how to stay consistent. If you have not used ChatGPT before, let me introduce you to ChatGPT. ChatGPT can be seen as your pocket-friendly advisor. ChatGPT can also be seen as your personal assistant, as your go-to person. Oh, some people are saying they can't hear me.
I don't know about me, but I can't hear him again. Can anybody hear our trainer?
Yeah, what about that?
Okay, some can hear, some can hear. I don't know why is that.
Okay,
Loud and
what
clear.
about
Monica
that?
can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, what about now? Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
yes, audible now.
Okay, what about now? Can you hear me now?
You can meet one device. That's two on.
Okay. The girls is resolved. Is it resolved now?
Very well, sir. Very clear now. Thank you so much, sir. Very well, sir. Very clear now. It's just on feedback, echo. On feedback, echo.
Okay, what about now? Are we good?
Let's see. Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know if you can get feedback on your side there. There's an echo, sir. Echo.
Can you hear me?
Fantastic. Better now.
I'm trying to.
Sorry for the techie challenge. Tech.
Okay, so are we good now?
Yes, sir.
Does it still echo?
No, not at all. The echo has stopped.
Okay, good. Now back to ChatGPT. Now I'm going to do something. If you want to work with ChatGPT, you have to chat with ChatGPT. I know a lot of times for those of you who have been using ChatGPT, you're tempted to just go there and dump information and then you expect ChatGPT to give you response. Now, this is how to use ChatGPT. At least the free version. You begin with a hi, engage it, right? Engage it. Now, what I'm trying to do here, I want to do common things that you as a realtor will always want to use. You always find difficult to do things like generating a script that you can use for your video. You want to shoot a video. I don't know how to generate a script. You want to write a property caption. You don't know how to go about it. Yes, we're going to do some little stuff here on ChatGPT.
So you're cracking, sir. Your network is cracking.
Especially when you have to create content. You have to create content and you're lacking content ideas. ChatGPT can help you with content.
So it's breaking and cracking.
Now,
Can't
what
really
you
hear you,
just
sir.
have to do is when you get the ideas from ChatGPT, you now need to refine it. You now need to put your own intelligence into it. You don't just copy and paste all that you see, because some of the information may not be accurate. You have to find a way to make it work. Now, for ChatGPT to work for you, you must provide context. You must provide a task, what you want it to do. You must provide context to which you want that task to be done with. You must make reference. Yes, you may want to make references to certain case studies, and then you can now make instructions to the limit you want it to go. Now, let me do that as an example here. I want to write a caption for one of my properties. Give me any property. Let's say probably you sell Mufasa apartment or Camberwell Advantage, or what other property do we have there? Now I'm going to write a caption for Camberwell Advantage, or I'm going to write a caption for a house that I want to sell. Now for me to do that, I rates for room duplex in Camberwell Advantage 5, showing features like accessible roads or accessible road network, water, electricity, other amenities are seen on their website. Add a call to action to the end or at the end of the listing. Now I'll go with my enter and let's see what ChatGPT is going to give me. ChatGPT. ChatGPT is giving me, remember when I wrote RT caption for a 5-bedroom duplex for Camberwell Estate, and then I made reference. I said, ChatGPT, give me other amenities. Now see what I got there. Oh, somebody said, guys, let me see what I'm doing about this. Hold on, guys. Let me see what. Now see what I got there. Hold on, guys. Let me see what. Now see what I got there. Hold on, guys. Okay, what about now? Can anybody hear me?
I think it's better now.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, better now. Better now.
Hello?
It's better now. I think your voice, your volume is low. There's echo feedback again. It's a very
Can you
important.
hear me now?
Yes, sir. Better.
Echo free.
Echo free now. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. So this is what ChatGPT has given me. I gave ChatGPT a prompt. I gave ChatGPT an instruction. This is my instruction. Generate a caption for a 5-bedroom duplex in Camberwell Advantage 5, showing features like accessible road, water, electricity, and other amenities as seen on their website. I gave context.
Wow.
And I also said, as seen on their website is a reference. So I don't need to go
Fantastic.
and stress, and I don't need to always copy the caption that has been given to me by REMS or by Veritasi or by any company. I can rewrite my own. Now, this is still not even giving me what I want. I'm going to go further by changing my prompt. I'll do a Ctrl-C, and I'll say generate a caption for a 5-bedroom duplex in Camberwell Advantage 5, showing features and amenities seen on their website. Add a call to action at the end of add a call to action at the end. I will also say, write it. Now look at this interesting part. I'm going to say, write it as Veritasi or Adozilion Homes will do. I will also go to my context and add, generate a caption for a 5-bedroom duplex in Camberwell Advantage 5. And I'll put the price. What is the price? Let's say the price is 240 million naira. I'm going to add 240 million. I am increasing my prompt to make it more tailored for what I want to use it for, showing features like accessible road, water, electricity, and other amenities. Now let me pump this into ChatGPT and see what it is. Now I made reference and I also gave an instruction. I said I should write it the way Veritasi writes. I want to see them giving me this caption the way Veritasi writes. And they can also show me or give me in context how Adozilion Homes write. So if I know companies that are good at writing their caption, I can make reference to them and then use their writing pattern to generate my writing material for my context. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Is anybody doing this with me? If you
It's
see have
fantastic.
ChatGPT, please. Yeah, if you're on ChatGPT, please, can you do what I'm doing? Has anybody done what I've just done? I've just done now.
Yeah. Wow. 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 This is fantastic. Wow. I guess your network is a bit slow.
Okay. Has anybody done what I just did now? What's the feedback like?
You've done your can copy and paste your own in the chat. Anybody that does your own can copy and paste the chat. Let's see your own your results.
Anybody? Okay, now this is what I'm getting from my own end.
Wow. Stop sharing, sir. Your screen is out.
Okay, hold on. Let me try that way. Okay, is anybody getting what I'm getting?
Yeah, Jennifer is getting a good response too. Jennifer, thank you, Jennifer, for that response.
Okay. Now, if
Jennifer
I'm
is
still not
getting.
satisfied with it, you can even see the way it arranged it. And it also said there's a call to action there, call or DM. Now, it also added hashtags, possible hashtags that people in Veritasi have been using or realtors who have been posting Veritasi properties have been using. I can even go further to say, refine it. If I don't like what I'm getting, I can say, refine it. And ChatGPT will give me a new outlook of my write-up. So the more context that I put in here, the more ChatGPT will supply the kind of response or the kind of information that I want to get in my write-up or caption. Now you can keep fine-tuning this, you can keep giving this instruction until you get what you want. You can even say add trendy hashtags. For those of you who will be posting on Instagram, you can say add trendy or trending hashtags, as well as more context. So there is no end. If you want it written in different style, you can see what ChatGPT is giving me more write-ups, giving me trending hashtags that I can use to boost my Instagram post. Now that is it about caption. Let's try something else. What about content idea as a realtor? You're lacking content idea on what to post on your Instagram. You can go to ChatGPT and say, give me trending content idea for my Instagram real estate page. So for those of you who have been saying, oh, I have content block, I have realtors block, and all of those block, with ChatGPT, you can just say goodbye to all of the blocks, right? Now, these are contents that are trending on Instagram for real estate or for realtors. Number one, there you can see before and after property transformation. If you have been going for house opening, if you have been going for estate launch, those videos that you've been putting around before the development and after the development, you can put that together. ChatGPT is giving you as a suggestion that you can use those videos to create a before and after look of a property. That is the trending video out there. You can do that on Reels. It is also showing you that you can do a content around how much does this cost in Lagos series, right? You can do a video series where you're showing people a property and say, how much do you think this property costs? Yeah. The idea about you developing content ideas with ChatGPT is to keep your page active, is to attract more buyers, is to attract more visibility. More eyes on your page means more visibility. If I keep on going down, you keep seeing other trendy stuff like quick property tours with voiceovers. Those of you who have been shy to show your face, you can actually make your videos, put a voiceover over it, 30, 60 seconds, put it on Reels, add sound to it. You can also do real estate myth versus facts. Yes, you can do a video on real estate myths versus fact. You can do client testimonial reels. You see the ideas popping out there? You can do weekly market polls. You can do real estate red flags. Yeah, if you want to tell people about the red flags in the real estate industry, why they should run away from a particular deal, this can be it. You can do realtor point of view, a day in my life as a realtor. Now look at these ideas. Look at these ideas. These are ideas that you may not think about on your own, but you can get them. It is even giving us bonus tips. Use viral sounds and trendy audio from Reels. So if you've been the person who has been shying away from using Instagram to create your online presence in order to close sales, this should be a good brainer for you. If you use this, you can optimize your operations on the internet and increase visibility. I can go
Hello,
further
sir.
to tell you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Someone's asking, what's the prompt again? That prompt you just used now. What's the prompt? What you just did last now?
Okay, trending Instagram posts for realtors. Let me go back to it. I'll just do a Control Z. Give me trending content idea for my Instagram real estate page. That's the prompt I used. Give me trending real estate ideas on my, give me trending content idea for my Instagram real estate page. If I want to do for YouTube, I can change these and say, okay, give me for YouTube, for my YouTube channel. And it will do the same thing. ChatGPT will go online, search for all of those possible trendy videos, and then revert back to you the feedbacks. Now, this is what I'm getting. Trending YouTube content ideas for real estate channels 2025. You see, what 100 million gets you in Lagos versus Abuja versus Port Harcourt. Day in the life of a real estate consultant in Nigeria. How to buy land in Nigeria without getting scammed. These are trending topics on YouTube. For those of you who have YouTube channel, you can use this to develop content ideas for your YouTube channel. Inside this tour, you mention the amount of property you want to show inside. Beginner's Guide to Real Estate Investing or Investment in Nigeria. And so there are lots of stuff. If ChatGPT is giving me 10 and I want it to give me 40, I can say, give me 40, right? But I've asked for the top trendy and it is giving me top 10. Are we communicating? Yeah, I can even go further to say, develop a script for me. Develop a script. That is why I like this. ChatGPT or any of the AI models are like using Google, but this time around, Google with context and specific information. Develop a script for me on topic 1. Yeah, so remember the way you chat, like I mentioned before, the way you chat with ChatGPT or any of the AI model is the same way you chat with your friend. You have to continue conversation. You can pick up conversation. Now, I've asked for trendy topics on YouTube. It gave me numbers in sequence or indented numbers. Now I am saying develop a script for me on topic 1. It already knows what topic 1 is. And this is what it's going to give me. Now, this is the video script. It is even telling me I have to use an intro music plus my channel logo and animation. Then this is what I have to say, right? Then it gives you in segments. Segment 1, Lagos, the city of hustle and prestige. Your voiceover, your B-roll on Lekki, that is your video roll. It can be, what is it called? Drone shot on Lekki Koyi Link Bridge. So it gives you context of how to develop a script. In fact, this time around, it's not just giving me how. It is generating a script for me. This is the full script you can use for that video, the video on number 1. And there's a call to action also for you to use. There's also hashtags for you to use. I can even say something like this. develop the script for me on topic 2. What is topic 2? Let me see what topic 2 is. Topic 2 says, day in the life of a real estate consultant in Nigeria. Develop the script for me on topic 2. Give me an example of any of the top realtors you know on YouTube. Can anybody help me with a name on YouTube? Top trending realtor who does day in the life video or any video. And let's try out something. Or any channel for real estate that you know, anybody who does live day in my life or something. Develop a script for me on topic 2 using anybody, any name? Outright Joe. Using Outright Joe on topic 2. Something similar to what Outright Joe does on YouTube. If Outright Joe is a popular YouTube channel, it is going to give me something similar to what Outright Joe does with the same topic on YouTube. Okay, this is it. You can see my screen. You can also type this in. It is giving me, okay, something that Outright Joe would do, like morning prep, checking listing and calls, on the move inspection, under construction projects. Who is Outright Joe? Do we have Outright Joe here? If you're familiar with Outright Joe, you can look at this and see if it's something that it does in their video. So you can go on and go on with this. You can make reference to so many other people. Yeah, and part of the prompt I'm getting here is ChatGPT is also asking me, let me know if you like a custom thumbnail, a text, voiceover recording, or Instagram reel teaser to promote a video. If I want the suggestion that ChatGPT is giving me, I can go on to say, yes, give me more, give me more, give me more. So you can do so much more as a realtor inside ChatGPT or in any of the AI models. You can do so much more. You can even say, generate a storyline for me. Let me do this one. Generate a YouTube storyline for me on why you should invest in any popular property there. Anybody, any popular property? Maybe why you should invest in Lekki properties. Lekki properties like Mufasa Apartments. Give me the full script referencing, let me mention one of my favorite people on YouTube referencing. We have Confidence Achodo. Who else? Who else on this on YouTube? Who else is on YouTube?
Names are flying. Peter Twinets.
Peter Twinets. Peter Twinets. Good. Pastor Bobby, I will mention you. You're not on YouTube. You're on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm building it up.
Well done. Okay, so let's see what YouTube is going to, let's see what ChatGPT is going to get for us. Why you should invest. Yeah, why you should invest in Lekki properties like Mufasa Apartment. This script references Confidence Achodo and Peter Twinnet and is designed to engage your audience with insights to value of investing in Lekki So for those of you who are saying, oh, I don't know what to say, I can't be like these people, I can't make good videos. Now this is it. AI can actually help you to do something. Okay, it gives you, you see.
Wow.
Now this is how confidence will say in our video. So if it doesn't get it directly, it gives you something close to what these people will say. Now this is what Peter Twinet, another heavyweight in Nigerian lesson, has also been vocal about. Okay, so this is what you're going to say. But let me not confuse it. I'm going to just use one person so that I get for that person.
Precise. Yeah.
Yes, I get a precise prompt. Let's do confidence at Chodo.
Yes, sir.
Enter. So when you look at the script here, it also gives you directive on what to do when your camera view should come in and what to say, when you should be on camera, when you should show the other views. I can even make this, I can say, okay, I want this video to be 1 hour long and it will give me script for 1 hour. See the call to action, where to put outro music, thumbnail. You know what, I'm going to say, I want this script to be for a 20 minutes, to be for 20 minutes. I know I'm in a hurry because of our time, but you can play with this at your own spare time. There's a whole lot you can do here. You see, ChatGPT is giving me everything. It is still generating segment 1, segment 2, segment 3. Insight from confidence saying Lekki is a future. So there's a whole lot you can learn from people that you want to model, people who are doing good in the industry. You can learn about how they make their own videos, how they make their own. It can be anyone. You can learn
Fantastic.
from Grant Cardone. You can learn from Seth Bryan, or what his name's. The host, there are so many of them you can learn from. You can also do your own original thing. You don't have to copy people. You can still say, okay, do it for me. You can say, give me full script, never seen before
Wow.
on YouTube. Never seen before on YouTube. It says, here is a unique and never seen before YouTube script on the topic. This is the information. And it even gives me the time that each script will take when I'm delivering a time, 3 minutes, and so on, especially on Mufasa, and all of that. So there's a whole lot you can do with ChatGPT. You can also create a content calendar for your Instagram, for your YouTube. I can say create a content calendar for my Instagram posting. Duration, I'll add a duration to that. Don't use a longer, you can use a longer duration. You can say for a year. But for accountability, I know some people will do a year and then they begin to slug behind. You can say for a month, duration 1 month.
Yeah.
You can see, here is a 1 month
Wow.
Instagram content calendar for your real estate page. Introduction and value proposition. Day 1, type introduction. Okay, day 1, you're introducing your value proposition. Day 3, it says, tell a story. What type of property interests you more? Residential, investment. You can talk about properties that interest you. You can also do why you should invest in Lekki real estate. You can do property showcase. That's for day 7. In week 2, you can do property features and community engagement. That is testimonials and reviews. You can do a feature post. There's a whole lot you can do here. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I can say, you see, it gives me up to the 4th week, spotlight and actionable insight. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I can say, refine this and give me content that can help me
Wow.
gain visibility and more prospects or more leads. So it gives you everything from day one, introduction and brand story. Tell your brand story. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So there's a whole lot you can do here. You can type this on your own, your spare time. You can test it out. You can craft these things. See, people are unique. You can craft this thing to be your own thing, right? You can even say, give me content idea. Like today now, you can say, give me a content idea, trendy content idea for today. Give me a trendy content idea on real estate investments in Lekki today. Like I said, there is something like a good use case for real estate. For AI, the idea is not to copy. The idea is to develop, right? Develop your own unique content using the tool AI. AI can give you something unique, but you have to fill in something. You can even go as far as giving your own original idea. You can tell ChatGPT what you want to post about. I can say, okay, I want to talk about, okay, look at this. Look at it. Look at the prompt you just got. Content focus, current market trends, investment potential, affordability versus growth, buyer trends, data-driven predictions. See, there's a whole lot you can do here, but time is not going to permit me to go down deep into all of this. But you can play around this, right? If there's a new property REMS just launched into the market that you need to buy, and you don't like the way it is captioned, right? You can copy the content, the content you have. Does anybody have any content, any caption, any property on the REMS group? Copy any of those content, paste it there, and say, refine this for me. ChatGPT will help you refine it.
Wow.
Yes. ChatGPT will help you refine it. So if I say, give me a property listing caption for which estate is out there?
Let's say property.
Let me say Adura Court. Or better still, let me say Value Acres. Value Acres by Landers. Let's see what they have here. Give me a property listing caption for Value Acres.
Wow. Okay.
So you can get a caption from your REMS listings, copy it, paste into ChatGPT, and then maybe if this is a caption I'm getting, I can just copy this, paste it into ChatGPT and say, refine it. Now, this will help REMS realtors not to keep repeating the same thing everywhere.
Thank you, sir.
Right? It helps you not to repeat the same thing everywhere. I can just say, refine this for me. Refine this uniquely for me. Yeah, so if you're here, before you post that properly on your Instagram or your Facebook and all of that, you can just copy the caption, take it to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to rewrite it for you. ChatGPT can rewrite it so that it doesn't look like you're copying and pasting. It can also give you your own hashtags to use so that you are unique in the market and then there's more visibility for you.
Fantastic.
Right? Yeah, so there's a lot you can do, and I'm going to stop here so that we can now get back to
okay, listen and answer.
the conversation.
So I have two quick ones for you, sir. What is the guiding rules or tips for ChatGPT for your opinion?
Okay, now because a lot of people will be using ChatGPT, the more context you provide to your search or to your prompt makes your material unique, right?
Yes, sir.
People say, oh, AI is copy and paste and all of that. So AI is the same way we use Google. You search for information, especially
Yes,
information that you know. But for people like us that maybe you have your materials already, if I have my materials that I've written on a particular subject and I want to refine it, AI works as a proofreader for me, or would I say as an editor for me, where I can take my material and I say, refine this for me, or remove the errors. Probably I've used outdated statistics where I've said there are over 200 million or 150 million Nigerians as of last year. If I use AI and I put my material on AI and I say, change all the wrong statistics, AI can as well go to those numbers that are outdated and update them for me. So the best way to use AI is to use your own context to form an advanced or a refined way of the content you want to see by your context, by your reference. Then when you get the information, you edit it. You still have to go through it to remove information that does not apply or that are false within your industry and your framework. Now, you can't use AI to get personal information or private information for people. You can use AI for research. You can use AI for content ideas. You can use AI to improve your social media presence by doing your content calendar. You can even specifically say the kind of content you want to create. So I can go to ChatGPT and I say, I want to create a content about how my investors can be safe buying properties in Nigeria, referencing title documentation, inspection, quality brands with trust, and a proof of concept. I will mention in context the things that I'm looking out for, and AI will build upon that. Those are my original ideas. It will build upon that and give me. So when I look at it and it's something that I don't like, I can say, okay, change this, remove this, and give me this, give me that to suit these needs. Now, this is just for textual generative AI. We have AI you can use to generate pictures like Canva. If you go on Canva now, you can, if you're using the pro version, you can actually tell AI the kind of picture you want. You know, there are times where you don't always want to put out professional pictures out there or your face out there. You may want to generate pictures on real estate or a post, a full post. You can generate a full flyer from any of these AI platforms. You can also do that on ChatGPT. If you go to Midjourney, if you go to ChatGPT, there's a part called Dale. Yeah, I think it's Dale. If you go to ChatGPT on Dale, there's an image section where you can generate images. In fact, if you want to go to, let me also touch briefly on image generators. There are image generators like Meta AI. If you go to Meta AI, for those of you who use Facebook and Instagram, you can go to, okay, look at what I've just been playing around with. If I want an image, let's say, if you go to Meta AI is like ChatGPT, but for Facebook. And I say, give me or generate a picture of land in Ekpe.
So guys, get ready because already, guys. If you have any question, raise your hand. I'll mute you. I'll type in the chat room, guys.
So I'm also using AI here to generate images that can be used for my post. If I don't have a post, if I don't have a picture showing land and I want to talk about land, I want to paste or say something about land on Instagram, I can go and generate picture for land using AI, maybe on Meta AI. I can do that on ChatGPT 2. You can see picture of land. So if this is generated and I want to write about land, I can just use this. I can put my name, I can put my picture, and I can advertise any land that I want to advertise using this picture. So AI has just been able to generate this picture for me. I can go for that to say, generate a picture of a banana island property in Ikoyi. So there's a whole lot you can do with these AI models, right? Pictures, videos. There are some models that can be used to generate videos, right? But I think that's going to be a subject for another day. Now, the reason why I'm talking about AI is because this is a tool that lots of realtors, especially top realtors, are leveraging on to do amazing stuff, right? If you look at foreign realtors, for those of you who are just thinking local, the business of real estate marketing is no longer local, it's international. Who says you can't sell property in Dubai? I'm sure one of these days probably REMS will be having listings in Dubai or any of these countries out there. And you want to position yourself with high quality presentation, high quality content, you would want to leverage on AI to do this. So this is what I've been able to do with AI, and there's a whole lot of others. Maybe after the class, I'm going to send in a material. I'll tell you how to access a material where there are a couple of lists of AI tools you can use that means different things. If you want to generate sound, you want to generate video, you want to generate text, caption, even stories. Yeah, let's say you want to tell a story and sell a story on real estate that can help you sell. And you don't have any story or experience, especially as a new realtor. You can use AI to generate real life stories of other people in your own unique way and tell that story on your page, right? So we're in the content age, and AI helps you to build on that content consistency as well as that content uniqueness for your marketing. Now, still on the real estate direction for realtors. I've talked about numbers. I've talked about the reason why you need to pay attention to this class. I've talked about the reason why real estate marketing or real estate investment is what it is. Now, for you as a realtor, what is this direction? What is this pathway? What is this flow that you need to pay attention to? Number one, become a business. You're already doing business, so why don't you become a business? In simple terms, go and register your name. Especially as a REMS realtor, you are allowed to register your name. You are an agent or a realtor under a brokerage firm or under a brokerage group. You are allowed to register your name. Who says you can't have an office? If you live in a 5-bedroom duplex, a 4-bedroom duplex, or 2-3-bedroom apartment where you have an empty space, you can convert a room for your office. The good thing is that REMS also offers you the opportunity to go to the office and then call out your office. You can register your business name and exist as a business. We have realtors who have their offices, who even have their staff and are recruiting marketers.
Yeah.
So the direction we are going for realtors is that realtors should see themselves as business owners. When you see yourself as business owners, you act as a business owner, you make decisions as a business owner. Some of you, you're not marketing, you're not selling because you still treat it as, oh, any day I wake up and I go for REMS inspection, I just do that thing. Whether I sell or not, I'll just try it. And maybe tomorrow, if it doesn't work, I go back to my old business. No, you need to see real estate as a business. Whether you're selling, whether you're not selling, you need to keep positioning. There is a benefit that comes with you positioning yourself, especially in this era where we are entering, where the government wants to regulate the sector. Yes, and we're going to be seeing increased push to regulate the sector, where if you're a real estate broker or consultant, you need to be registered. There is already a platform for registration. You can register with LASRERA. Yes, and I think Redan is also working on something that allows realtors to register as Redan members. Yeah, so it is important that you start seeing yourself as a business. If you need to have an office, if you cannot afford an office, your internet platform and space can be your office. Now, you need to treat yourself as a business because there are deals that will come on your table. If you build enough visibility, you will not just be getting real estate transactions where you have to market. If you're a known name and a known brand, investors can come to you, developers can come to you and strike a deal. We're getting to an age where realtors with a known name will always be in the top of the food chain for transactions and for deals. So let's say you are a registered brand, you have an office, your actions are visible online as a business. If I have properties that I want to sell, and I'm considering who are the top realtors that can help me push this, that I'm going to give good incentives, that I'm going to have a good handshake with for this to happen. Guess what? I am only going to deal with those who are positioned as a business because they have more leverage. They have more leverage. And when you have more leverage in the business, you earn more. So becoming a business gives you more leverage to earn more, to know, to have the knowledge base. Yeah, so sometimes you get to see realtors pushing a property before other realtors come to meet them. The reason is because these other guys have taken the business as a business. So before you're coming to say, oh, this is an ABC estate, 10 top realtors that have positioned themselves as business owners are already flying that property and they have the advantage to sell. So you want to put yourself in that advantage. And if you want to do so, please identify yourself as a business. You can start with business name registration. I think that is little under 30,000 naira. Then open up your Instagram, your Facebook page, your YouTube in those names, whether you're ready to use it now or not. But please position yourself as a business. If you start selling and you have the means, hire a PA. You can even hire a marketer that works for you. Now we have understand the real estate finance. As a realtor who wants to succeed, it's important that you start paying attention to finance. In fact, some realtors have gone to Lagos Business School because they want to learn how to build a real estate business. What is this real estate finance you need to understand? You need to understand how mortgage works. You need to understand how payment plan works. You need to understand how to document sales for your clients. I know some of you just sell and you forget about it. You're supposed to have your accounting platform where you track your sales because you're a real estate business owner. You can track your sales and you can track your performance. You can track when you are making profits. If it took you 6 months to sell a 5 million naira property and you earn a commission of, say, 10% of that amount, your finance should be able to tell you if you have been keeping record, if you made profit at all. So I've been selling this property for 6 months and I just sold one plot and I'm getting 500,000. Did I make a profit or a loss? Considering how much I put into advertisement, considering how much I put into marketing the property, and then the cost of logistics, going to site inspection with the clients and all of that. So we just sell blindly. And that is why when you sell, you still cannot meet up because you cannot track your finance. You cannot even say, oh, this is the amount I've been able to sell. If you're able to track your finance, you can deal with your business as a business and you can make business decisions. So there are inspections you don't have to spend money to go to that you can organize using virtual technology platforms to save costs.
Yeah.
And there are times where you don't have to be in a property. If you get a property video, you can do a video in or overlay video where you are there to talk about that property. Who says you have to travel to Abuja to sell? You see, these are the things that takes up all the costs. So if you understand your finance, it helps you to treat real estate marketing as a business. At a point with your records, you know how much it takes you on an average to market the property and sell. You know how much you need to invest in yourself within a particular duration for you to break even. So if I need 2 million naira in a period of 2 years or 6 months for me to break even, because I have this information, because I know how much it costs me to make other sales, I can invest certain amount because I know if I put in this amount, I'm going to make this return. So it is high time the realtors begin to look at that way for real estate business. You need to treat your finance as a serious part of your business as a realtor. This time it's no longer about looking at how much the property is, the payment plan, or how much the client is paying. You need to track how much you're spending, how much comes to you at the end of every transaction to help you make good selling decisions. Now we have embracing technology. As a realtor, like I said, you are a business already. Why not become a business? So what's the point of dilly-dallying? What's the point of delaying the inevitable. You have to embrace technology to bridge that gap for you, especially if you don't have the funding to have, a large size office with employees here and there. You can use technology to bridge that gap. You can use CRM, customer relationship management softwares, to manage your lead generation. If you cannot afford them, use Google Form. Create a form where you fill your leads. So if you reach out to people on the show, in an event, online, and you get their phone number, their details, you can fill it in there. And at the end of the day, you can open that CRM and have access to these contacts. You can always reach them. You can always state the level you are in with them as regards to lead generation and lead conversion. You can use ERP platforms. When you sell a property, you can go to those platforms and say, okay, I sold this property. You can count the number of properties you're selling. So example of ERP platforms, you can use Kata ERP. Most real estate use that. If you use Kata, you can track your own sales. You can even post your properties, the properties that you sell. And when you sell, it also shows you at the back end what you're selling, and you can track your sales. We have platforms like Zoho. You can use Zoho. There's also accounting apps that you can use. Zoho is also an accounting app. Kata is also an accounting app. We have a QuickBook. We have Sage and a host of others. If you cannot afford these guys, you can use Excel. Yes, Excel is the most affordable. It is free. If you have Microsoft Suite in your system, you can use Excel. You can also use data analysis platforms. You can learn about data analysis. You can also learn about cyber security. Guess what? You don't even need to have a big office to have all of these working. With your smartphone, you can download these apps. You can pay for them. For those of them that are not free, you can have this running on your phone. Now, where does the cyber security come for you as a realtor? You need to protect the data of your customers. Those of you who have been selling, I'm sure you have details of your clients. You have their ID cards, you have their forms. You don't want all of those information scattered in your phone. You should have them saved in a secure location, maybe your Google Drive. The phones you use to collect your data, your client's information, must be safe. The email address you use for transaction and for correspondence should be safe. Your password should not be available to anybody. Because if people have access to your client's transaction, conversation, or correspondence on the email, they can social engineer and reuse those information to defraud them. So if you have been dealing with clients, please, I beg you, you must be cyber security conscious. The phones you use for these transactions, try and ensure that you're not using them for areas of the internet that will expose you to malicious threat actors. You must protect this data. So don't say, oh, this is my phone, my business phone. You have your email open there and anybody can access it. The human is the weakest form of security when it comes to cyber security. The phone you use for transactions with clients should be for your eyes only. Now, even if you're hiring staff, you must have to learn, you have to learn how to correspond with staff where you either forward what they need to see. Your eyes only. You are meant to protect the data of your clients. If you don't do that, you could have data theft. So if I have access to your phone because you carelessly left it open, because you use weak password, what happens? I can steal your client. Somebody can, not me anyways, or somebody can actually steal your clients. Yes. And you can be exposing your clients to danger when people get to know, oh, this is what this client does. This is their transaction history. This is what they've been able to do with you. Those are highly confidential information. Because technology is advancing, because AI is coming into the picture, because people are becoming more aware, it is important that you're safe. Your social media accounts, please, if you're hiring a PA, all your social media accounts should be open on your phone with your own email addresses. Your OTP should be used with your phone numbers. So don't say, oh, I'm hiring somebody to open my social media for me. That is a loophole. You should create the account and then give them access. If they have to change any access or username, password, and all of that, you get notification on your email. That's where you can protect yourself. And it saves you too from disgruntled employees or partners or associates. If you lose platforms where you have been collecting clients' data from, it will be difficult for you to get it back if somebody else have access to them. So you don't want that happening to you because it shows that you don't have what it takes to secure your client's information, and that is a breach of confidence. There are laws that guide against breach of confidence as a realtor. Guess what? As a realtor, you're dealing with HNIs. So it's going to be a sad story if there's a leak from you that certain HNI bought certain property with correct and accurate details. You don't want that for yourself and for your business. Excuse me.
Wow, it's been rich so far. Wow, wow, wow. So can we do the next 5 minutes, sir, to round up, sir? 5 minutes.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to run. So we have embraced technology, leverage on AI. I just gave you a sample on leveraging on AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, Meta AI, Canva, Midjourney, and a host of others. Now, this is the trend for you as a realtor. This is where investors are pumping their money, especially in 2025. Land banking is becoming unpopular now in Lagos. The target is service plots that have C of O. So if you're listing properties that have C of O, that are premium service plots, you're going to have an edge in terms of closing deals. Finished luxury homes are a thing now. Yes, a lot of investors have been pumped with off-plan development, with futuristic homes. They just want to see a home that is finished and pay for it. And I'm sure REMS has listings that are finished homes. Hot selling locations inside of Lagos. You know it already. From Ikoyi to Ekpe, hot selling locations on the island. On the mainland, you have Ikeja, GRA, Magodo, Surulere, Yaba, Bagada, Maryland, and so on. There's also a trend on investment for smart apartments as regards to shortlets. Almost all Nigerians in diaspora that are investors are looking for apartments or plan development they can buy with the intention of converting them to shortlet investment. Commercial service plots for warehouse and market estates is a thing now. You can see a couple of estates are now selling commercial plots here and there. High-rise and skyscrapers. They are a thing now. As a realtor, you need to start paying attention to this. Yes, this is a new market that is unlocking. There's property swapping. It is becoming a thing. There's a property transaction I got involved in, and the client was to pay with properties that they already have. Yes, on one part, and then cash on the other part. It is becoming a thing now where people already have properties are swapping and then paying up for those properties. House flipping is a thing. Land banking is now popular outside of Lagos. Lagos is a what is it called again? Yes, it is now a serious city, growing an emerging city, a metropolis. Call it all you want to call it. It is becoming too big for land banking, and you're going to see that in the coming days. Government is making effort to ensure that Lagos is becoming a developed location where you cannot really bank on land the way we used to do those days. So please, you have to pay attention to those locations outside of Lagos. We have Ijebode, Ibadan, Owerri, Abuja, Enugu, Asaba, Awka, Abakaliki, Port Harcourt, Abeokuta. These are top areas for land banking outside of Lagos. We have buy and build estate with C of O, like I mentioned. If you're selling this, and I know you have it on your listings, you are going to have an edge in sales. People want something that they can use that is safe, that government will not have to go in there because there are no proper documentation. Retail, real estate, office space. Office space is seeing a lot of increment in terms of demand. So as a realtor, nothing stops you from marketing retail, real estate, office spaces, and all of that. Non-industry trends, AI tools, like we demonstrated with ChatGPT, start a real estate podcast. Vlog on YouTube, vlog on TikTok and Instagram. Yes, 10 times your video content. Increase your video shoots and your video content. It doesn't have to be a 10 minutes video or 2 hours video. A 30 seconds video is enough. 1 minute video. The more you're seen, the more you're attracting your prospects, guys. Now, how to manage sales and new prospecting dynamics in the current marketing stage or current market that we are in. You must understand something. For the past 10 years, and most especially the last 5 years, we realtors and developers, we have had to employ different strategies in educating or getting our customers. We have been able to teach them the need for real estate. We've been able to push for demand and supply of real estate. Our investors are now very aware. Because they are more aware, you're going to be doing times 2 what we used to do 5 years ago to sell properties. You need to show more working. You need to show more proof of concept. You need to show more social proof that this property has been sold. This developer is a good developer. This property is a good fit for their investment, and all of that. They have seen us in our best and worst in the industries. In the industry, they have seen us in our best and worst in the industry. They have encountered our product and services. They have witnessed the truth and the falsehood. Investors have enjoyed good return on investment from the ecosystem. They have ugly and bad, good experience in the industry. So if you're telling them that, oh, you have to invest in this property, they know the cons and pros. We've done that for the past 5-10 years. So how are you going to sell to these informed, very informed customers and prospects? You need to do what we call more. You have to do more. They say the only room that is very big or too big in the world is a room for improvement. So for you to sell to these more sophisticated customers, you need to build trust and you need to build visibility. Build trust and be visible. Avoid the following things. Do not sell properties that are not verified. Do not sell properties that you don't know the developers. Do not sell properties that have no business track record from the back end. Do not sell properties that do not deliver or locate. Avoid properties that have issues. Ensure that you do your due diligence. Realtors, beware. Realtors, beware. Sell what you can buy, sell what you can sell, but please ensure that there's due diligence. Follow up with industry standards, follow up with compliance, follow up with government positions on things, regulations. Do what you have to do. Get registered with Corporate Affairs Commission. Get registered with REDAN if you have the capacity. Do your anti-money laundering registration. That is your SCUMO registration if you're opening an account as a real estate business. Yes, do strong branding. You must show that you're a brand of integrity. You must show that you're a person of integrity. This is what investors want to see before they can buy from you. Partner with REDAN compliant developers, partner with industry compliant developers. Look out for properties that have proper documentation. This is how you can convince your well-informed customers. Do a lot of product knowledge. Know the property you're selling. Get as much as possible, 100% of the property knowledge that you need before you go to your clients. In the age of AI, in the age of information, clients can literally get all the information that they need. When they come to you, they want to hear the backstory. They want to hear your point of view. This is what you have to leverage on. Here we have the 2025 Realtor Success Quadrant, which are put together that can help you. Number one, build a strong brand. Have a brand identity. Have social proof. Document your success stories. Document even your troubles and how they ended, how that can help your future clients. List variants of properties. You mustn't stick to one pattern of properties. You can have different pages talking about different types of properties, or you can have one page talking about all types of properties. Reward your loyal customers and clients. Do strategic networking. Collaborate with your clients. When you delight them, you can ask them for referral. Please don't force them for referral. You can ask them humbly for referrals. Do customer relationship. The way you talk to your clients will determine if there's going to be a repeat business or if there's going to be a returning client back to you. Leverage on AI. Use AI to build your content system. Use AI to improve your content sophistication. Use AI to increase your visibility on the internet and take out the content block thing. Improve your media and content creation skills. See, these things are very simple now. If you have an iPhone, you have CapCut, you're good to go. In fact, Instagram is coming up with its own editor, right? There are simple ways you can improve on your image or your content to gain more visibility. Please use them. There are Instagram pages where you can go to and learn these things. There are YouTube channels where you can learn these things too. Leverage on digital footprints to sell. Develop your own email lists. Yes, post content that can help you get email lists or email contacts of your prospects so that you can follow up with them. Do experiential marketing. Experiential marketing has to do with you talking about what people will experience when they buy in a particular location. Don't just talk about the property. Don't just do videos selling a particular estate. Do a video talking about the benefit of that area. The shopping malls, the schools, the business centers there, the lifestyle in that location before you introduce the property. It is becoming a thing. Do a drive-through video. Do a day in Abidjan, the things you can do in Abidjan. A day in Shangote, do the things you can do there. A day in Lekki Phase 1. At the end of the day, you leave a call to action telling people what you want to sell. Invest in personal development. If you need more training, if you need to develop a hobby, if you need to travel, sometimes you have to travel, yeah, maybe on the plane or on the vehicle, get to talk to people, join fitness community. Yes, if you look at it now, you see that there are lots of high fitness and a lot of fitness centers coming all around. Apart from the fact that people go there to train their mind, their body, they're also out there to connect. And I can assure you that is also a sure way to connect with people that you want to do business with. Do not discard traditional marketing. It still works. Make sure you create your own videos as much as the companies gives you video. Show social proof and testimonials. Normalize hosting real estate shows and podcasts. Nothing is stopping you from having your own real estate podcasts, right? Do a lot of content that your clients or prospects can use, like create city guide content for Lagos or for the area where you sell your property. Join organizations that gives you visibility. Invest in brand visibility. Who says you cannot do Instagram post advert? You can also advertise. You can pay for adverts. Yes, I know you want to grow organically, but please, organic will slow your growth, right? If you have the funding, pump money into your personality, pump money into supporting or advertising your Instagram or your YouTube page and all of the platforms that you use for promotion. Host property acquisition workshops for investors and for prospects. Become a social media content creator. As it is now, as a business owner, we are all content creators. Yes, if you want to get the attention, visibility is the market. If you're seen, it is easier for you to be what? To have business going on. So visibility is the new currency for realtors. Now, in summary, portfolio and policy changes in the real estate market. A lot is happening and a lot will still happen. If you paid attention to what happened in Banana Island 2 days ago, where there was an altercation between the Banana Island Owners Association and the federal ministry who were trying to get access into Banana Island to develop a new island called the Apple Island. We are going to be seeing a lot of things like that in Lagos. A lot of neighborhoods springing up. We're going to see infrastructures in Lagos developing and causing for new neighborhoods to open up. We're going to see, yes, regrettably, some demolitions because new pathways will be opened for new real estate development to occur. A lot of government policies will come in. If you pay attention to the market, you see that Ibejuleki as a whole has been mapped out for, there's a greater Lagos plan for Ibejuleki. That same plan is going to Ekpe. Yes. So you may want to slow down with properties that are not within those plans within this area. And there is nothing like cheap and affordable land in Lagos area. The whole of the area now is being mapped out for a greater new Lagos coming up with rail lines. We already have the information, the airport, the seaport, the stadium, and all of that. So we're going to see a lot of policy changes. And you as a realtor need to be prepared for those changes. You have to make sure that you're getting all the information necessary. You have to make sure that you're prepared for these changes when they come. You need to pay attention to the properties that you're selling and then look out for properties that are really making wave in the industry. Look out for properties that gives you good return, that gives you peace of mind, that will help you grow. And above all, consistency is still the master of the game. So guys, I hope we've been able to learn one or two. I'm glad to have this session with you. But of course, because we have limited time, there would have been lots that we would have talked about. But I'm sure within the short time, you're able to get some details or some insights on what you need to do to improve your real estate game in 2025 and beyond. Don't forget, we're entering the AI. We're already in the AI age. Leverage on AI, increase your visibility, be unique, shoot more content, 10 times your content creation, and you thank me for it. Yes, because the new currency for sales or the new pointer for sales growth in the industry now is visibility. And how best can you get visibility? If not from social media, Instagram, YouTube. You can start your own podcast on YouTube. Yes. If you start talking about real estate on YouTube or Instagram or any of these pages for a long time, you become a what? You become a guru. You become a voice. You become an influencer in that field. And guess who investors will want to reach out to when they want to buy? Of course, you. Yes. Now, for those as a bonus on my page, if you go to my Instagram page as Solomon Evers, you'll find my LinkedIn tree link there. For those of you who want to make videos and you don't know how to start your videos, you don't know the hookup lines to use, I was able to come up with 49 popular hookup lines that you can use to start up your videos. We understand that some people find it difficult to get hookup lines to start up their video. We are used to saying, my name is, or they are not better hookup lines that you can use, trendy hookup lines that you can use to create that attention into your video. When you make video, you want to make your video enlightening. You want to make your video attractive. The first 3 seconds of your video should be alluring and captivating. So on that link, you can download that material. I'm still going to be uploading some materials there. You can check out that link every week for new posts and updates on materials that can help you as a realtor. If you want a link, you can reach out to Pastor Bobby and he can help you with that. And then any other questions, we are free to ask. I think we're open for question and answer, the question and answer session. Yeah, thank you guys. Over to you, Pastor Bobby. Oh, I hope you can hear me. Am I still online? Is Pastor Bobby there? Can you still see me? Can anybody hear me? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so let me look at questions. Igwe Becky said, can you generate a video without a watermark? If you can pay for it, there is an AI called, don't worry, I'm going to update a list of AI. There's an AI called AI Vid, also or vid.ai. If you can pay for it, there's a free version. The watermark version is always a free version, right? But if you want the paid one, the same thing goes for ChatGPT. You can actually generate stuff on ChatGPT, maybe images and so on. But there are special video AI models that can help you generate videos on real estate, and you can tell it what you want it to say. You can even record your voice, and it can use your voice to model the content. It can also use your voice and your video to model the materials. But all of those AI tools, you have to pay for them. So yes, you can generate a video without a watermark, but you have to pay for it. Yeah, Gibbs, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm sure Pastor Bobby will offer the pre-recorded session of this video. Okay, so if you have questions, we are free to ask. Any question, guys, before we call it a day? Is Pastor Bobby still online? Any question? Okay, Emmanuel, you're raising your hand up.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Solomon. Thank you, Pastor Bobby. Thank you, REMS, for this platform. It's been an insightful one listening to you, Mr. Solomon. Thank you so much for all the insights on AI and also use of ChatGPT. Okay, but what got to me most when you were talking about being business owners, like realtors can become business owners. I want to ask, how do you, as a realtor, when you don't have the properties, just like REMS is a marketing company, okay? So I don't really know how they do it, but let's say you try to maybe close a deal, and for instance, you are expected to own a brand you are known for, like let's say I'm the MD Pavilion Tower Properties. I'm actually on that, but I know I don't have this property. How do I close this deal so that I can use my account details, for instance, make payment, and at the end of the day, I get back to the company so that maybe I can use my office space. I've rented a space, like I'm a business owner. How can I drive, sales and still present myself as a brand that, okay, I have direct access to this property? I don't know if my question is clear, sir.
Yes, it is. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me, Emmanuel? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so to your question, this is it, huh? As a new realtor, it is not even advisable for you to collect money on behalf of a company. And no company will actually allow you to collect money on their behalf unless your client trusts you so much to pay in the money into your account. And I bet you don't want to do that until you have the capacity to manage what comes with it. Because there's Anti-Money Laundering Act, which is being pioneered by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. If your account is not designed to collect such amount of money or limits, you could get flagged and called in for questionings and all of that. But apart from that, there is a huge responsibility that comes to you as a broker if you collect transactions that should go to a company. Every payment has a responsibility. So imagine collecting a payment in favor of a company for a tune of 100 million. If there are issues, who bears the liability for that issue? Do you have the capacity to bear the liability for that issue? You see, so you don't even want to get to that point where you are collecting money on behalf of the company. The payments should be made in favor of the companies that are the developers of that particular property. Now, you as a business owner, you are a broker, you are a consultant, and your consultancy can be registered as a business with a CAC, and you are the MD. So where your business starts in terms of transaction or finance is when your commission is being paid. Am I making sense? Now, when I say become a business, what I'm saying in essence is that you need to get your business registered and have your operations. As a marketing business, you can have your own operations. You can have your own staff. You can even have your inspection vehicle. A lot of realtors who started in REMS today, some of them have their offices, they have their marketers, they have their inspection vehicles, and they can take their customers for inspection. But when it comes to payment, you can even have your own form. You can have your customized form from the company. And even when you do your KYC with the customer, you can keep the data of your customer or your clients. But when it comes to payment, the payment has to be in favor of the developer. Your clients knows that you are a realtor. They know that you are a broker. They wouldn't even want to pay to you. And I would advise that you don't even collect payment in favor of, unless it's somebody that you trust and there's a special situation that you can handle and all of that. So being a business doesn't just entail collecting the money for the company. No. Your job is to connect the buyer and the seller, right? There's a responsibility that comes with that. And your responsibility is that you are the third party who is linking them, and you are to ensure that this transaction goes smoothly. You are to ensure that there's follow-up. You are to ensure that documents are collected in favor of those payments and all of that. That is enough operations that you need to do. So as a business, the mindset is for you to think long-term. If I'm registered as ABC Realty Firm, I will make sure that I am there, I am visible, and I operate within the ambit of the law. Now, working with REMS, you're working as a sales partner to REMS. In the USA, in Canada, in the UK, if you have gotten your agency license, your license as a broker, you can't go up and register your brokerage firm. You have to get your license as an agent, and as an agent, you can now register under a brokerage firm. When you work with them within a period of 1 to 3 years and get the necessary experience and the funding, you can now register your business as a brokerage firm. So that is how it is done in the first world. So REMS is providing that platform for you as a brokerage firm to register under them. You're registering under them to sell their products. And of course, REMS is open for you to also sell. You can sell other products, right? but you're operating under them where they are offering you certain security, they are offering you certain products that on your own you would not want to spot, or you will not be able to spot by yourself. But with their large network, they're able to get these products, they're able to negotiate for these deals, they're able to inspect and to ensure that certain compliance are being met before they bring it to you to sell as a business partner, as a realtor under REMS, and as an independent consultant that you are.
It's been super rich so far. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Mr. Manuel, you have the question. You want to ask the question?
I think he just asked this question, and that is the response I gave him.
Fantastic.
I stepped
out and came back. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah. Okay, there's another question here that says, explain the process using registering a business name. You listed some names, I lost track there. Yes, CSC. If you want to do your business name registration, you use CSC. Go to csc.gov. You can get a consultant to do it for you. You can do it by yourself. csc.gov, I think .gov.ng, or you can go to Google and say CSC. You can even go to ChatGPT and say Corporate Affairs Commission website for Nigeria, and ChatGPT will give you. So that's your first assignment. Becky, go to ChatGPT and ask that question now, and you get the response. Yeah. And you can Google it too, and you get the response. Okay. And you said, yes, most top-selling realtors have an ROC number. How do we get that? Okay, so it depends on your capacity now. You don't need to go for ROC, because if you go for an ROC, a limited liability company, there are responsibilities to that as regards to tax, as regards to certain things you need to do. But starting up, if you're just starting up and you don't have that capacity to have an ROC, get a business name registered first before you now upgrade your business type to maybe an enterprise business, right? Yeah, so if you have all the capacity, like I said, every business registration type comes with a responsibility. But for starters, you can begin with the name registration. As you begin to grow and you begin to have needs for whether an ROC or an enterprise registration, then you can proceed. Okay, you can do that. Yeah, getting an ROC is not a problem. I think it costs you more anyways. It's not a problem, but it is what you're going to do with it. But if you have the capacity, you can register and have an ROC number. Yeah, you're welcome, Jenny.
Thank you, sir. I actually wanted to say that, yes, your explanation was very clear. I understand, especially when most companies indicate in their FAQ that they advise clients not to even make payment to any of their agents. I understand that part. But like we're trying to build a brand, just like REMS is outstanding as a brokerage firm. And we understand too that maybe, REMS sell for different companies and they can still take payments. So let's say maybe it's upon authorization that a brokerage firm is able to receive payment for developers. Okay, so because I want to be a brand that's also stand as tall as the way REMS is standing. So what is the possibility? What am I expected to do to be on that footing the way REMS is standing?
Okay, your selling activities, your ability to brand, your consistency, and the work that REMS is putting in. If you can put in that work, then you can stand as tall as REMS. It's the same principle that guides every other business. You get?
Yes, sir. So what do I need to do?
You have to be consistent as REMS. You have to be as consistent as REMS.
REMS is a brokerage firm. Hope you're aware about that. It's a marketing group. Are you a marketing group? You're not a marketing group. You want to build your own personal brand, your business, then you can relate to your clients on one-on-one and ready to bear the challenges that come with it also. Because you guys want to build your accounting base first. Of course, you can build your bank statement by first receiving your commission through your company account. That's one, to build your name. But of course, collecting money on behalf of developer is a lawyer, If there's any issue now, say I paid through Emmanuel. Emmanuel. You want to avoid that challenges that I paid through Emmanuel. You pay to the complaint, which you represent, an entity, not an individual. So shy away from, let them away from that. So even if the clients pay to you, then you pay to company and send the receipt. I pay the receipt to you, but I avoid that. But if you're a lawyer, if the client trusts you, but as long as they give the money to you, they not channel it to the company and give them the receipt, pay to the company, receipt to them. But you know how to defend yourself, you're a lawyer. But for any lawyer, please avoid this. Let them pay the company directly. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Thank you so much.
You have to end this right now. It's been a very powerful section so far. It's been enriching. In fact, yes, there's a recording. I'm going to send the recording back to the group so you can watch again and listen again. This has been very rich and loaded. Thank you so much, Mr. Solomon, for that rich section. I hope we can get some few things. I said some few things going to send to us. I'll follow up on that. And I want to appreciate Madam Bosse, please can you unmute and just send some message to Solomon, please, a feedback and round up for today. Madam Bosse, are you there?
Oh, Solomon, it's been a long time. Thank you so much for coming to do this for us today. I really enjoyed the session and it was quite impactful. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. May the Lord continue to enrich your wisdom in the name of Jesus. Your business will continue to expand. Your business begins continue to grow. Really appreciate you. I'm sure everyone on this session will not forget this in a hurry, and we want to see this again. Want to hear from you very soon. I'm sure if we invite you again, you will come. Of course, we are one of us. God bless you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Madam Bosse. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Thanks everyone on Zoom and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining. On YouTube, please leave a comment on YouTube that you are live and you comment there. Everyone on Facebook, everyone on Zoom, thank you all for staying true. And finally, I want to appreciate REMS for this platform also to impact knowledge to our realtors. Please go to the REMS official WhatsApp group and leave some comment there. Leave some remarks there. And yes, we got a video to train today. I'll post the link next 30 minutes on the group immediately also. And once again, thank you so much, Mr. Solomon. For anybody, in case you want to send us you want to type in your social media handle, we want to follow you on social media.
Okay, let me do that so that they can get the package that I promised them. Solomon Everest. Yep.
Okay, fine. The package, you can send the package to me. I'll send it to everybody in the group, in the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Fantastic. So that's following for content. He has content every day for realtors, for marketers, for developers. He's a well of wisdom guy. So please follow him on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll be glad you did. Thank you, everyone. It's been a rich, almost and close to 2 hours time right now. All right, see you next time we meet for this section. And happy selling. And one thing also, go and practice everything you said. Go and practice everything said. And you're glad you did. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye.